Hey guys, it's Graham here from therecordingrevolution.com, and today I kind of wanted to go on a bit of a rant. I'm usually doing tutorial videos, whether they're mixing or editing or Pro Tools related or whatever. But today I wanted to talk about mixing with stock plugins, meaning the plugins that come with your DAW, no matter what DAW you purchase. I'm using Pro Tools right here, but it doesn't have to be Pro Tools. Any DAW you pick up or that you got bundled with your interface, it's going to have plugins in it, right? It's going to have EQs and compressors and reverbs and built-in effects that you can use, right, for free. Well, I get this question a lot, like, can you mix with the stock plugins? Do I need to buy another bundle of plugins? And it's a more complex question to answer in one sense than just a simple yes or a no. And I'm probably going to address it here on the blog as a post. But I wanted to just show you a mix that I was working on for a new video series where I just mixed with stock plugins. I do this all the time. I think the plugins that come with my DAW sound perfectly fine, and I think that it's a great challenge to just try to mix with the stock plugins. If you can't mix a song with the plugins that come with your software, then I don't think plugins are your problem. I don't think buying more plugins is going to somehow fix things, okay? I think you need to just practice mixing. So it's kind of a rant video today, but let me just show you some before and after because I think that's always fun. I'm not saying I'm the best mixer on the planet or that this is the best mix that could have ever happened. What I do want to show you is what you can do with stock plugins. If you know how to use an EQ and a compressor well, man, you can do some serious damage on your mix. So here's the track we were working on, and I'm going to play a little bit of a before and after, okay? So I'm going to take off all the plugins, press play, and as it hopefully loops back, I'll bring the plugins back in and you can hear the difference.
Ashes to beauty, anguish to bliss, an inheritance of nations won. Victory is his. Victory is his. Ashes to beauty, anguish to bliss, an inheritance of nations won. Victory is his. The victory is his. Ashes to beauty, anguish to bliss.
All right, I mean, it's a total transformation. Now, what am I using, you may be asking? What plugins am I using? What are all these things going on off and on? All that I'm using on this mix, and you'll see it on almost every channel, a built-in EQ. This is the one that comes free with Pro Tools. That's on almost every channel on the top row here. EQ, 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 EQ. So it's the free EQ 7 band that comes with Pro Tools on almost every channel, okay? Then I'm using some compression, the built-in free compressor. Compressor, 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 compressor. It's on almost every track, a little bit of compression, okay? I use a de-esser on the vocals, right? It's just a compressor attached to a certain frequency. That's all I've got on my vocals, EQ, compression, and a de-esser. I have a distortion plugin on a copy of the bass. I've done videos on this. This came free with Pro Tools. Same thing on one of the guitars. They have this lo-fi thing that just adds low overdrive stuff that sounds nasty. Usually I'm using a little bit of that on one guitar and the same plugin on the snare drum. I mean, it came free with Pro Tools. It's a plugin I've never used. That's all I'm using. Then a little bit of compression on a bus, the built-in reverb, the built-in delay, the same compressor, the same EQ. So basically, I'm using like 5 stock plugins. I'm using one compressor, one EQ, one reverb, one delay, one distortion plugin, one lo-fi overdrive plugin. There's nothing that cost me anything more than what came with Pro Tools in this mix, and it's totally transforming my song. Let me play you another quick section of this song. Here's the chorus. We'll do a little before and after. Stock plugins, people. I hate to get on a rant today, but I had to do it. If you can't mix with stock plugins, you need to practice mixing, okay? I don't want you to go rushing out to buy a bundle of plugins. Not that they're bad, not that there's not great plugins to be had out there, but if you're buying expensive EQ and compressor plugins and reverbs when you already have EQs, compressors, and reverbs in your DAW, then you need to have a reason why. And if the reason is because you can't mix with the stock plugins, my hunch is that you need to just practice some mixing. That is a huge reason why I do what I do here at the Recording Revolution, is to help you guys use the tools you have to learn the craft. So you're not just buying stuff just to buy stuff. You're actually learning to use the tools. Then if you want to buy a nicer version or a different version or a plugin that does something different, you'll know why, and you have every right to spend your money on whatever you like. I'm just trying to help you out. I did launch a new mixing series, and this is the whole point of the mixing series, was to literally mix a song from start to finish just like this. In fact, this is the song we mixed using the stock plugins that came in my DAW to show you that it's the technique, it's the decision making, it's the listening that makes a good mix, not the plugins. So I'll promo that because I think this will help you more than anything. If you want more video training on mixing, check out mixingbootcamp.com. You don't have to get it if you don't want it, but it's pretty much the best thing I've ever put together, the most in-depth thing. But one of the big things I wanted to make sure I did was mix with stock plugins, because everyone's assuming you have to go buy the SSL bundle or something to make music, and you don't, okay? So if you're brand new to this and you don't have any fancy plugins, you can totally make it happen. Just practice, 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 and put your EQ and your compressor and your reverbs to work. Learn how they work. Use them effectively over and over again, and you'll be able to sculpt a great mix, okay? Mixing with stock plugins, there you have it. End of rant. This is Graham at therecordingrevolution.com. I hope you're having a great week making some great music no matter what DAW you're on, all right? We'll see you on the next video, guys. Thanks for hanging out.